The Real is live and on Girl Chat. Starbucks to close stores next month for racial bias education. Too little, too late?
That is serious right there.
And Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and Bad Baby? Cash her at the Billboard Awards, how about that?
I know, it sounds so good, right?
Plus, founder of Black Girls Rock, Beverly Bond, is here. The Real starts now.
This is our
I just love picking her up and throwing her in
Wait,
places.
you guys, I'm getting ready to walk out, and I was like, oh, all of a sudden I feel Jeannie grab me. Well, this is live television, people, so are you ready for some live girl chat? So are we. Don't forget to head on over to The Real Daytime's Instagram page and use the hashtag GirlChatLive to join in on the conversation. You guys know that I'm going to be going through all of your comments. First up, are you ready?
Yes. Let's do
Okay, I'm gonna catch my breath. In this past Monday's Girl Chat, we discussed the viral video of two African-American men being arrested in a Philadelphia Starbucks for doing nothing more than sitting and waiting for their friend. Despite the men receiving an apology from Starbucks and its CEO, protests and boycotts erupted across the country, with many angry customers demanding Starbucks take action so this doesn't happen again.
Yes.
Well, yesterday, Starbucks announced that next month they'll be closing over 8,000 of their stores for half a day so that their employees can participate in, quote, racial bias education. The company said the training would aim to address implicit bias, teach employees how to prevent discrimination, and promote conscious inclusion. Starbucks has already recruited some big names to help, including former U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder and Sherilyn Ifill, the president of the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. While many feel this is a positive first step, others feel like it's nothing more than a glorified diversity day. What do you guys think?
Well, I think the thing is, we just need to know what the policy is. I mean, can we use the bathroom? Do we have to buy some coffee? I mean, who can use the bathroom? Who can't? Clarify that.
Yeah.
That's it, you know, I mean, because that's where this all came from. The men, one man, they were waiting on their friend. One asked to use the bathroom. They said, well, no. And then, before you know it, all hell broke loose. So I think they need to decide what their policy is and make sure in that diversity training that you say, okay, if you come into a Starbucks, you can use the restroom. I mean, that's as simple as that. Also, they need to teach their employees when to call the police. Now, I do want to say, I've been arrested for trespassing, right?
What did you do, Lonnie? What did you do?
I've said this before.
She did.
I've told this story before.
Okay.
I'm just doing this as a public service to people. Trespassing, Stephanie, check me out. Trespassing is when you go into a business, if they ask you to leave and you don't leave, they can say that you're trespassing. They can call the police. Trespassing is a felony. I'm telling you this because I know, because I was arrested, okay? So I'm just saying to people, if you can't afford to pay bail, if you can't afford to spend some hours in jail, I spent 2 days in jail, okay?
Don't play those games.
Don't play games. Leave, do your fighting, write your letters, things like that. That's what I was saying, you know, before on Monday. I was trying to explain that about trespassing because that's serious.
Yeah.
But in this case, you know, Starbucks need to make their policies clear about their policies so that everybody, because we all spending money there. We all spending $5 for a cup of coffee, and we should all be treated the same.
Of course.
That's it.
But I do agree with you with what you're saying is pretty much like, If you get kicked out of a place, leave. It's not worth it. It's not worth getting arrested. If someone asks you to leave, you leave and then complain later, boycott, write a letter, make your movement heard. But in that moment, it's just not worth getting arrested.
Taking it back to this racial bias education.
Right.
I think we need to have as many conversations as possible so people just get how to act human, right? How to respect one another. I'm just as many as there needs to be. Hold down all the
Because what seems like would be normal,
common sense.
Clearly don't
have
it's not
yet,
very
obvious.
common. Like, oh, if someone comes and asks to use the bathroom, if they're white, yes, you can use the bathroom. If you're black, not so. Like, that just seems like common sense. A human is a human is a human is a human.
But you know,
if they have to use the bathroom, let them use the bathroom.
That's what I can't picture. Like how?
But sadly, that isn't the way everybody thinks.
What's that actual curriculum to teach this? Like, are they going to bust out stick figures and teach like what one human should say to another? Are they going to bust out Fenty foundations and tell you what discrimination looks like?
I think it'll be like a review. I just hope, well, and something too that I read is that they're doing it at the main stores. There's 8,000 stores, but there's also stores like, in the
Smaller
department
cities.
stores in smaller cities. So they're going to take those findings and make sure that it's published so that people have them. But it's funny because you see they ain't doing it in the morning because they don't want to miss them coffee sales. Right? You see what I'm saying? They're like, we don't do it in the afternoon.
I was just thinking about this, listening to everything that you ladies are saying. This actually raises the awareness of what people actually do, even police officers and corporations. Sometimes in their training, I'm just gonna say it, and this needs to stop. So, especially police officers, I've heard this. They're actually taught to racially profile, to racially stereotype because of the things that sometimes they will eventually see. And now we know what damage this is actually causing. Now, I am happy that the Starbucks CEO, Kevin Johnson, did what he said he was going to do. He said he was gonna meet with the two men, and he also met with members of the NAACP. So that tells me, okay, he's trying to do something. And also, it's starting a ripple effect. The Washington, D.C. Police Department is now doing diversity training with their officers, and they basically get a lecture on Black history. They have to visit the National Museum of African American History, and they also get a lesson on police brutality. So I hope, even with the Washington, D.C. Police Department, this starts spreading into all areas of America. So that's what I am happy about. It's just sad to me. In 2018, we have to have a class on this. This should be about just about, humanity, just treat other people the same way you want people to treat you, and that is with respect. We are all one.
And at the same time, even though these classes are going to make a great effect on just educating people on what they should know, at the end of the day, I hate to say it, but no class is going to teach someone not to be racist.
Say it.
It's going to teach you how to not act racist. All that's still going to be chilling up in here. So those big corporations, this is why all eyes are on you to make sure you diversify your employment. Because nothing cures racism like integration. Knowing somebody, seeing different faces, and knowing not everybody acts one way. So
and I think Starbucks is pretty good at diversity. I mean, they don't have a problem with hiring all people of color. I would like to see them maybe do a little more in the community because they do generate a lot of, and I think that would be nice also. But at least this is a start. So we'll keep monitoring it and see. Well. Here's someone who was able to capitalize on going viral. Remember 15-year-old Danielle Bergali, that's her name, Bergoli, AKA the Catch Me Outside girl? Well, now you can catch her at the Billboard Music Awards. Danielle, who goes by the rap name Bad Baby, Bad spelled B-H-A-D, was nominated alongside Cardi B and Nicki Minaj in the top female rap artist category for the Billboard Awards. While her fans may be happy, many people on social media are furious, saying that it's disrespectful to include her among the successful and established artists. TMZ caught up with Danielle and got her thoughts on being nominated. Check it out.
By being nominated, I already won. Obviously, Cardi's gonna win, but she really deserves it, and I'm just getting started, so.
Over Nicki?
For sure.
Really?
Cardi's way better than Nicki. I don't care what anyone says. Cardi actually says stuff. Nicki just has attitude. So what? Wow, big deal.
Okay. Girl, I'm about to give you a high five. No, that's a mirror. That's you, girl. You're built on attitude. That's your old mess.
I didn't even know she had. I didn't know she had.
What? Did you hear what she just said about Nikki? And not that Nikki is like all that at all, but she just pretty much characterized herself. That's all she's being known for. And I wonder if this girl who's just known for being disrespectful and ghetto, that's really all she's known for, a girl who called her mom outside to fight, cash me outside, mom, right, on Dr. Phil.
To her mother.
Would we really celebrate her if she wasn't white?
Well, wait. Let's back that up.
Sorry,
Let's back
but I just think that there's something big that everybody's making
if that was
here.
a black child doing that exact same thing,
I think that it's...
or cursing out her mom,
Yep.
telling her mom, catch me outside, acting a fool, pushing
Her
camera.
black mother wouldn't let her say, catch me outside, though. It would be like, catch!
Yeah.
That don't happen in our culture.
There's something weird.
I don't know. Yes.
Okay,
Catch
well,
my
before we
hand.
go down that rabbit hole, let's be clear, it's not a Grammy. It's not
it's a
an
Billboard.
NAACP. It's a
It is.
Billboard. And the
Based on
Billboard
different things.
Awards are calculated by interaction with fans, digital and
that is
album
true.
sales, radio airplay, streaming, touring, social engagement.
Yeah.
All of this is tracked by Billboard, and that's how she got on.
Based on
Yeah,
numbers.
no.
America,
That is true.
Based on
I don't know
numbers.
who you are, but 89 million of y'all watched that video that we're talking about that she's
Right.
getting celebrated for.
89?
Watch that song.
You cannot be mad
89?
at someone being celebrated to a platform that you put them on.
Yeah,
I agree
exactly.
with you,
So
Ed.
you can't get mad when you elevate them to a place and then they get awarded or rewarded for the platform you've put them on.
And
That
she
is
has
true.
like 13 million Instagram followers. 13 million.
Yeah.
And her video, because I was a little bit like, oh, okay, what is this? You know, I always like to research a little bit. And
And what'd you
her
find?
video, I Got It, has 24 million views.
Exactly.
24 million
So there you have
views.
it.
So you guys may be complaining, but I bet you watched that video.
Yep.
Exactly. Billboard's not wrong. They're literally just going based off of numbers. Like,
Yep.
this is how this goes.
I just wonder, okay, so...
She needs to thank Dr. Phil, though, because Dr.
she
Phil
does.
started this.
No, remember, she told him off too.
Yeah, but he brought her back on the show.
And
she
then
was a
she
ratings
cursed him
hit.
out too.
Yes.
Yeah, but
The thing is, if we really break it down, I think what she's doing right is that she's owning who she is. Okay, you can't knock that. She just is like, I'm about it, and this is how I am, and I'm not going to apologize. The thing I wonder is who is in her ear telling her to be just that. Does that make sense? Like every
Well, people
major
have tried to tell her not to, including Dr.
Have
Phil.
they?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's
She just
how
doesn't
she got on the
listen.
show.
Right. I
doesn't
just
want
wonder,
to.
like, a lot of some big celebrities, you know,
Yeah, but
whether it's
she's doing it
sex
because
tape,
it's
whether-
working for her not to be that.
Yes.
Right.
With that being said, I think when we look at this category in Billboard at the Billboard Awards, we're wondering, well, where are the rest of the rappers, the female rappers,
Right.
right?
Right.
Well, maybe if we'd stop tearing each other down, maybe more of us would be there. But because we create this beef among female rappers and hating on each other and tearing each other down, then this happens.
And that's why, even with this conversation with Danielle, we're not tearing her down. I'm not.
No.
I just want to say that I see you, girl, and you got a swag about you, and you've lived a certain life that you're like, you've got a lot to say, but what if you just shaped it so it was a little different than just catch me outside, let's fight, let's have some beef, like I want to knock you out. Let's do a little bit more because you could be the voice of the next gen.
Yeah, she could be better than that. Absolutely. I completely agree.
I just don't like her talking about Nikki. Nikki been in the game well
Come
over
on,
10
absolutely.
years. She's been holding it down.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I just think we need to reevaluate that.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Well, we have to watch the awards to see who actually wins. And speaking of winning, this morning People revealed the cover for their 2018 Beautiful issue.
Ooh.
And this year's cover star is Pink. The singer and mom graces
that's
the
so
cover
cute.
alongside her kids. 15-month-old son, Jamison Moon, and 6-year-old daughter, Willow Sage. Is this not so beautiful? What do you guys think of People's Choice?
I have always said that I felt like Pink was like one of the most underrated, incredible artists of
is
our
true.
time.
Yes.
And I'm just so glad that she's getting the recognition that she deserves, not just for being an incredible singer, for being a mom, and also being an activist for women.
Yeah,
she's got
I
a
like
great
that
voice.
people picked, you know, they tend to pick off-the-cuff people. Like, for Sexiest Man last year, they picked Blake Shelton.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
And now it's Pink. But Pink has really been, she's been in the game for a long time, too.
Yeah.
I would like to see, you know, I think, or if I'm not incorrect, the only woman of color that they picked was Halle Berry. I would like for them to pick
That's it.
someone
What about
else.
Lupita Nyong'o, man?
I mean, she's probably
beautiful.
in the, you know, but they never made like the cover or something like that.
I think Lupita and Beyonce have been in it before, and I guess Yara Shahidi is also a part of this.
Right.
You mean the cover?
The cover.
I'm talking about the cover. I'm not
Yes.
talking like the cover.
Yes.
It's like
Got
I do remember Halle Berry, but I would like to see more women of color being picked
I
too,
hear that.
as well.
That would be
Take it up a little bit, people.
I think this is the first time kids grace the cover, too.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Well, before we take a break, we just wanted to send our thoughts and prayers to the family and friends of Barbara Bush. The former First Lady passed away yesterday at the age of 92 at her family's home in Houston. Her husband, former President George H.W. Bush, was by her side, holding her hand all day until she passed. Mrs. Bush, whom many consider to be America's grandma, became well known for her passion to improve literacy rates during her time in office. In 1989, she founded the Barbara Bush Foundation for Family Literacy, which runs literacy programs for low-income families. She will be greatly missed. We have to take a break, but there's more Girl Chat on the way right after this. You're watching The Real. Into some more live Girl Chat. Usually when a girl goes on a first date with a guy, she expects him to pay the bill, right? Not send her one. A 23-year-old woman named Amanda Burnett recently went on a date with a man and wasn't really feeling him. When she didn't return his text after the date, he got in touch with her in another way by sending her an invoice for the food and drinks she ordered on the date. Amanda was billed $40 for her Moscow Mule, beer, and the pulled pork tacos she ordered. And get this, you guys, he also sent her a text saying if she didn't pay, he would take the invoice to a collection agency.
Wow.
He just sounds bitter. Ladies, do you think Amanda should pay the bill?
I would pay him $45 back to get out of my life, all right?
I
Only
think
$40.
That will be the best $45 she ever spent. Because let me tell you, thank God she never wanted to go on a second date with him. He just showed his true colors of who he really is. That's super whack. If you were a really good guy, like even if the girl didn't give you a first shot, one, you could continue to be persistent. Or also, just take the L and be classy about it. Be like, man, it didn't work out, all good. I got to spend some time with her. She wasn't feeling me like that, and move on.
Yes.
Loser.
Sounds like he got hurt.
Yeah.
His feelings got hurt.
Bitter Bobby over here.
Yep.
When I originally heard this, like I was kind of like, no, there can't be guys out there that does this. But then my girlfriend just told me that she went out on a date from a dating app, went out to dinner. The guy asked her if he would come home with her later on that night. She said no, she wasn't interested. He Ubered her home, and then the next day asked her to Venmo back the amount of the Uber. And it just made me think, are men out there taking you out to dinner, which is very nice, by the way, but are you expecting something in return? And if you don't get that, then you're being a shady fool and you're asking for your money back because you really only want one thing.
Yep.
That's terrible.
Well,
How many
most
men
of
are
the
there out
time,
there doing that?
that's what happens.
Is that
That's
terrible? But I actually didn't want to assume that of men.
You did.
I pray they do this so that you don't end up marrying them or being with them or wasting your time with a loser like that.
Right.
Now you know what they're really after.
Yeah, you have to be grateful that they're showing their true colors. They're showing you they're terrible human beings.
And thank them for it.
Exactly. Well, we asked you what you thought, if you thought she should pay the invoice, and @Marie19 said, not texting back is a childish move. Act like an adult and tell him that you're just not into him. As for the guy, he needs to grow up and be a gentleman.
Well, yeah, because he was upset because
she ghosted.
Yeah,
which
she
is not
ghosted
cool.
him.
Yeah,
Okay.
That,
Ghost
I can
shouldn't
get
ghost
that.
each other. Right.
Yeah, both parties should be adults and just express what you feel.
Yeah.
Hey, great having dinner with you. You know, I don't feel that way about whatever. You guys know what to write.
Yeah.
@Ova Rihanna said, nope, he was okay with paying for it in the beginning. If they had an agreement that they'd split, that's different. But he's just salty she wasn't feeling him and didn't text him back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Going back to ghosting, though, it is really actually rude to ghost. The fact that it's become so common that we actually have a term for it now, and being a person who's perused the dating apps, there are actually dating apps now based on whether it'll fine you or
punish you for ghosting somebody. You get an
That's good.
expiration
Like a
date.
fine.
Wow, what is the fine?
Like if somebody, they'll take you off of your membership for a little bit, or you're timed out, you don't get to swipe. But if you don't give somebody a response back, then they'll let you know that you're not being active in this community.
Yeah,
and I
that's
actually
good.
like that because it's not cool to leave somebody hanging.
Just
It's a
help
world of
them.
love out there. People are trying to find love.
Yes.
Don't play the game if you don't know the rules. You know?
Yeah. It's a very, like, not to be funny, but like, right now I was trying to think of what the girl should say, and I was like, you know what to say, because in the moment I actually couldn't think of what is the nice way to respond to a text message and just
say thank you, but I'm not interested. You know, thank
that's
you.
a little harsh, no?
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, what else?
Like, what's a kind way to say it? Like, hey, thank you so much for dinner.
Had a great time.
I appreciated our time together, but I don't think we're
it's gonna go any further. Or I don't think we're a match.
Yeah.
I think you should ghost then if you're gonna do all of that. Just stop calling back.
No, you're a jerk.
How you say it, it's still gonna sound a little like.
I got it. You say, to be honest with you,
Yes.
I don't want to lead you on, and I
Perfect.
personally don't feel like I would move further than just last night. Thank you so much for a good time.
That's
what I
great.
say.
There we go.
Awesome. On that note, we have to take a break, but there's more live girl chat on the way right after this. You're watching.
Yeah, we're
The Real.
coming back.
That goes.
Welcome back to The Real. It's time for more live girl chat. Now, next week, one of the most anticipated movies of all time opens worldwide, which is, of course, Avengers Infinity War.
Oh, Jeannie, come on now.
So many Marvel fans are waiting anxiously for their screening, and they're not messing around, guys. Recently, Twitter user @TSEStanley23 posted screenshots of texts a boyfriend sent to his girlfriend listing very specific rules she needed to follow during the movie. For example, the boyfriend told his girlfriend, quote, "No talking during the movie. I can't be distracted. If you have questions, write them down. I'll answer when it's over. And, okay, if a main character dies, we cry together. If you ain't crying, you walking home. I need you invested in this." Ladies, would you be able to abide by these rules?
No.
Yes.
Wait, no, you guys don't understand. You
No.
don't understand. This has been 10 years
Oh,
for this
look at
movie
you.
coming,
Oh, my
okay?
gosh.
And I
Passionate.
feel him so much, okay? Because somebody's gonna die in this movie. It's gonna be a main character, and we need to stay focused, all right?
I think it's super.
We need to stay focused.
So wait, what are your rules? What are your rules?
First of all, he was very nice to her. He said, look, I'm gonna buy you whatever you want, you know, popcorn, whatever. No holding hands, no kissing. We gotta be focused because he doesn't want to miss this movie.
No,
We've been
holding
waiting
hands?
10 years for this. No, because this is not a Julia Roberts movie, okay? This is not no romantic comedy. This is the Avengers Affinity, what we've been waiting
Well,
on.
then I have a question then. Then why does he want her to go then? Why doesn't
No,
he
he
see the movie
asked
by
her
himself?
because you know she probably wants to go to the movies with her boyfriend, and he said,
I
"Look,
wouldn't go. I wouldn't go if I can't be myself. Like, no.
I mean, he
ask
just
questions.
saying, I got
know
these
the
I get it,
answer.
though.
I get it.
I
that
get
he
it.
should go with one of his guy friends then.
Do you ask
That's what-
questions in the middle of a movie?
Yes.
Yes,
I do.
I do.
No. Then
I
do. Wait, Tam. When you're watching a movie at home, are you that girl that hits the pause button to be like, wait,
Oh my God,
hold
yes.
on.
What
That's
happened?
me too.
Yeah. It's part of
I took
the
Lonnie to see
movie-going
this is
experience.
The Greatest Showman, and every few seconds she asks me, "Are they gonna sing again? Are they gonna sing again?"
Well, first of all, let me
I
tell
loved
you,
it. It's a
you
great
didn't
movie.
tell me it was a musical. Okay, she did not tell me that. I don't like musicals in my movies. I like to see a live musical, but I don't like. She didn't tell me this, and I was wondering why she kept wanting me to go. You gotta go, right?
What?
So we sit down. The first thing her and Lily does, you know, stand up and start singing all
And
the
we knew-
songs.
we knew the
throughout
choreography, too.
And the choreography, it was. I just had the worst time.
No.
I'm not going to the movies anymore.
great.
I
That's all
do
I
have
know.
one hard and fast rule when it comes to watching a certain type of movie.
Right.
What?
If you come with me to watch a scary movie,
Right.
I need you to stay in your seat and at all times of the movie, don't touch me. You know what I mean? Because there are certain people who will watch a scary movie,
That's me.
and when they get scared, they're like, ah! And then you're like, ah!
Well, I'm
You
gonna
can't
tell
do
you
that.
something, Jeannie.
That's
Don't
part
go
of the
to the
movie-going
Magic Johnson
experience.
Theaters on Crenshaw because if you go there, they gonna talk, they gonna act it out, they gonna tell you what's gonna happen. They gonna let you know. Do not, no, do not go there. I go there only when I wanna be entertained, but I'm not going there to see Avengers, okay?
It's true.
Yeah,
and you get up the TJ Fridays afterwards.
Exactly.
It's so good.
But I do like that he had a sense of humor about it, and I think that is what makes it fun. And he was just, and at least he told her up front.
That
you know,
is true.
he didn't wait and
So
like,
do you have your tickets yet, Lonnie?
Yes, I do. I can't wait to go.
Can I go? Can I go with you? I got 3 people who aren't going with you.
No, I'm not taking y'all. I'm taking somebody that really wants to focus and watch this movie. We've been waiting 10 years for this. We cannot, you gotta stay focused.
All right, all right, wah, wah, wah. We need to take a break, but don't go anywhere because there's so much more live girl chat coming up. Right after this, you're watching The Rio.
Welcome back to The Real. Let's get back into some more live girl chat. Now, the NBA playoffs are underway, and comedian Kevin Hart has made no secret that he's pulling for his hometown team, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yes.
Now, Kevin was courtside at the Sixers Heat game the other night and started trash-talking Heat star Dwayne Wade. Well, Kevin's comment didn't seem to bother Wade at all. In fact, he scored 28 points in 26 minutes, y'all, okay? To help lead his team to victory. And after the game, when Wade was asked about his strong performance, he responded by saying, "You can thank Kevin Hart for that." So, ladies, sometimes, can your haters actually be your motivators?
Yes, sure. I don't even think sometimes. I think if you have the ability, which turns into a power of turning your haters into your motivators, you have reached maturity. Absolutely, because they're always gonna be there, but you're always gonna survive.
Well, you know, as a comedian, sometimes we get hecklers.
Yes.
And I love it. I get a heckler because I go in like Flynn on them. And it's like, it just motivates and it just, you know, brings up the energy level a lot. But what I like about Dwayne Wade is that he's focused. People try to, you know, act like because he's 36, he's past his prime. He showed them, you know, and it's like, and him and Kevin were just playing, but it was just, I like that kind of like playing because he hit that last goal and then he looked over at Kevin like, see, I got you right there, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's a lesson in life. Just use it as energy. That's all.
And my mom said this. She said, once you have a hater, congratulations, that means you made it.
Yeah.
Because, you guys, what hater stands for is having anger towards everyone reaching success.
Ooh.
So I would have to say, if you're hating on me, that means I guess I'm successful.
Yeah.
Okay.
They always
And
say
keep it
that
pushing.
haters are actually like your down low fans. Like they're the ones that take the time to write on your Instagram page an entire paragraph saying they don't care about you.
Right.
But you took the time to write an entire paragraph on my page.
They'll find you on another post.
Yes.
That's not even yours, an Instagram page, and then write something
Girl,
negative.
I am occupying your time. You care about me.
It's just important to stay focused. You know what I mean? Whenever you're trying to get to a goal or something, just stay focused. Don't let somebody else, because especially we live in a very cynical world right now.
Yes.
And everybody, and when we say cynical, you know, it's just people, for some reason, are just not positive. I really try to stay positive. I try to stay focused. When people told me I wouldn't have a television show, you know, I've been doing this for over 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
It took a while, but I got one.
I do say, this is something everybody can channel, though. I challenge you guys to, in anything you're doing, whether it's you're trying to finish school or get a certain job or get through motherhood, maybe the worst months or years, or even working out, like right now I'm working out, picture the most haterade hater that you have in your life and literally give it everything you've got in that day or in that workout as you crunch towards your goal. I promise you, there's an energy behind that hater that will help fuel you to get to your very best. It'll help you lose weight, it'll help you freaking save your life. The haters, thank them, you guys, because you're giving me gasoline.
Even like our show, they didn't think our show was gonna last. We still here.
They made fun of us in the beginning.
Made fun of us.
That'll never make it.
We was ghetto.
What's that? It's
We was
ghetto.
ratchet.
The show with minority majority was never gonna make it.
And we always have to thank our fans.
Yep.
We have to thank y'all because y'all the reason why we still here.
Yes,
And we're gonna be here for another 2 seasons. God bless.
Amen.
And on that note, we have to take a break, but don't go anywhere because there's more of The Real coming up right after this.
Yep.
wasn't feeling so well, so she went to lie down. Oh, poor little A. But our next guest has been one of the biggest champions of Black Girl Magic. Please welcome businesswoman, producer, DJ, author, and the founder of Black Girls Rock, Beverly Bond.
You know, now before you founded Black Girls Rock, which we love, thank you so much for making that.
Yes.
You were DJing for some big names. Yeah. How did that turn out?
Well, you know, when I started DJing, I started in DJing in 2000, and I think my passion and my love for music showed, and I immediately started to become very popular. So I've DJed for a lot of, you know, big people, including President Obama.
Oh, wow.
Jay-Z.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Alicia Keys, Erykah Badu, many.
Wow.
And you also DJ'd with one of my old flames, Idris Elba, my old flame.
Your old flame.
What was
He's
happening? We
engaged
see the
now.
picture. What was happening there?
I think, you know what, that's when, I think he was talking about you.
Really?
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, I had to take over. He was not focused.
Yes. Lonnie has that effect on men. I want to know
does.
for you, who has been your biggest influence for your love of music?
My mother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my mother. My mother, you know, every Saturday when we would clean house, she would give me music history.
Oh my gosh.
And she would give
picture.
It's me, baby, me. Yeah, she would play music and teach me about different music from different genres and different cultures, and so she's been the biggest influence.
Oh.
That is awesome.
Love mamas.
So you founded Black Girls Rock as an award show in 2006. Why did you feel the need to do this?
I felt it was important to elevate our stories, to amplify our voices. At the time, we were very invisible, or we were stereotyped or objectified. And there was this very narrow narrative about who we were, and I knew that that wasn't our truth. And so it was important for me to give another side, give another option to us, you know.
And explain what it is. It's an award show, but how do you pick the people, things like that?
Well, I mean, there are so many incredible Black women who rock who have not been recognized for their incredible contributions to this world. So it's not hard to pick. So we just categorize it and make sure that we are honoring everyone from our living legends to our young, gifted, and Black to our boss women. And so, you know, in that process, you know, there are too many women to pick from. So, you know, it will never run out.
Oh, right. That's a good thing.
Yeah. And you also recently launched the Black Girls Rock book.
Yes.
Beautiful. So inspiring. Tell us the inspiration about this book.
Well, I mean, it was a natural next step, and it also it has so many more opportunities to elevate our stories and tell you, you know, inspiring stories from all of these incredible women. And I think anyone who reads this book is inspired, not just Black women, but all women, all men. I think that it's just these great inspirational stories about their grit, their discipline, their triumphs, their failures, and how they've come through with using their own magic. And I think that anyone can get something from it.
Who are some of the people in the book?
I saw Missy Elliott up in here.
Yeah, Missy Elliott,
Campbell.
Naomi.
Erykah Badu.
Yes.
Our girl, Erykah.
There are a ton of women that you do know, and there are a lot of women that you don't know whose stories are just as inspiring.
The images are so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so well done.
So of the stories in this book, were there some that felt especially like personal to you?
I want to say a lot of them did, you know, for various reasons. I think Dr. Natoki Ford, when she talks about imposter syndrome, which a lot of women go through, a lot of Black women in particular go through, I think that was one that resonated with me, but all of them do. And I think that, you know, when April Holmes, for example, Rebecca Walker, I love her.
Yes, beautiful.
When April Holmes talks about, you know, being pinned under a train, She's the fastest Paralympian in the 400-meter race, I believe. And she lost her leg in running for an Amtrak train. And she talks about that experience and how she was pinned under that train, but she uses it as a metaphor about how we are pinned under mental trains and how we need to get from under the train so we can get to where we're going. It's just so powerful and so inspiring. So
wow. Well, you know what? We love your book.
Thank
and
you.
We want to make sure everyone gets to experience this incredible Black Girls Rock, owning our magic, rocking our truth. So the entire audience is going home with their very own copy. Thank you for that.
It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for stopping by, Beverly. Beverly's book, Black Girls Rock, Owning Our Magic, Rocking Our Truth, is out everywhere now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be rocking more of the real right after this.
Welcome back. Adrienne is still upstairs. She's laying down. Feel better, Aid. You're gonna be all right. We got you over here. Yes. Now, not everyone can be number one, but everybody has to go number two. Sometimes we all could use a little help in that department. Yes, but we're about to get real right here because here to teach us all the things we need to know before we go is health and wellness expert and D-Herb CEO A.D. Dolphin.
Hey!
Hi!
Hey!
Okay, so let's get right into it because y'all know this is my favorite topic. In order to be regular schmegular, you need a healthy colon. Gut health is so important. Not everybody takes it that seriously. What is its main job and why is colon health so important?
Great question. The main job of your colon is to absorb the water within your body, and that water is actually used to flush the waste from your colon.
Okay.
That's what it's used for. So look, so your system won't get congested. You got to get that waste out.
Okay. So you want to make sure that the colon tract has good flow.
Good flow.
What foods can actually help with that?
But before we get to the foods, think about it like this. 80 to 90% of all diseases are created within your colon.
It's true.
Look, think of your colon as if it's a house. Look,
Okay.
if you don't take the trash out at your house, what's going to happen?
It starts smelling.
It begins to smell.
Yep.
Next thing you know,
Funky.
it piles up.
Yeah.
You get germs.
You get
and
germs, you get
maggots.
bacteria.
Yep. Bacteria, diseases.
And your colon works in the same fashion.
Ooh, Lord.
So if you have waste in your system and you're not getting rid of it, you have an impacted colon.
Yep.
Yes.
Now, all of a sudden, now you have bacteria. That bacteria slowly seeps into your bloodstream, and that is what begins to create mucus. And that's what we can't have.
Nope.
Okay. Well, now, who's more affected by constipation, men or women?
Absolutely. Without a doubt, it's women.
Really? Tell us why.
The reason why women are so affected by it, because women want to go to the restroom at that perfect place.
We
and that
do.
perfect
That
place
is
is
true.
called home.
Yes,
Yes.
because
That
it's
perfect-
comfortable.
Yeah, they guys will hold it, and hold it until you get home. But men don't care. We can care less.
It's true.
Whenever Mother Nature calls, whether or not we're at the gym, whether or not we're at the local bar or the gas station, we don't care. We'll just go.
Yeah.
But women, you have to start paying attention
Yes.
to that signal.
And go when you need to go.
And go when you need to go. In fact, you know what I would tell you guys?
What?
Out there, if you need to go right now, just go. Not you guys, though.
Yeah.
Not you guys. You guys hold it.
Yes.
But if you need to go to the restroom, start listening to that signal, and your body will begin to respond.
Now, I heard over a lifetime, the large intestine processes about 20 tons of food.
50 tons.
50
tons. And you say you got the perfect supplement. So help me out. Tell me what this supplement is.
Okay. Look, at dherbs.com, we've been in business for the last 14 years. Look, we know exactly what we're doing. We have a great formula called the bowel motion formula.
The bowel motion.
Bowel motion. And it does exactly what it says. It helps to move your bowels. So it's going to help you with constipation. It's going to help you with bloating.
Is
it's
one
gonna help
pill
you with
or
gas.
how many? What?
You're going to take 3 capsules to make sure it moves. And it works fast. It's going to work within 24 hours of you taking it.
Okay.
So you're going to begin to feel and get your
Do you
body
take
back
it-
on track.
So you take them throughout the day, the 3, or you take them all at once, or do you take it at night?
You take it usually at night because that motivates your body to go to the restroom in the morning.
Got it.
So therefore, it doesn't interfere with your day.
Okay.
How do you
Thank
know
God
if you
for that.
need it?
Oh,
Yeah, how do you know?
It's so easy to know whether or not you need it, you guys, and it's this. If you eat 3 meals a day, then technically you should have 3 bowel movements a day. The average
Take that in, everybody.
Yeah. The average American has 3 to 5 a week, and that's not enough. That is simply not enough, and that constipates your system. So if you're trying to get summertime fine, and you're trying to get that flat,
nice and
you're
flat.
trying to get that flat stomach, this formula will help your colon begin to move so it can happen. Now, just to go back, because you asked me what foods would be great.
Yeah.
You got to come back, because you know what? We need to find out more
so
about
juicy.
this. But we love you.
It's so
Give it up for
good.
AZ for stopping by and giving us knowledge. If you want more information on D-Herb supplements, head over to thereal.com. We have to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with The Real. Welcome back. Adrian isn't feeling well. We made her go lie down. We miss you, girl. Feel better. And also, I will be in Cleveland this Friday at the Music Hall. Come and check us out. Meet Kim Whitley. Thanks so much to Beverly Bond for stopping by. Thank you to our peeps at home for hanging out with us. And our studio audience, you guys rock. We'll see you right back here next time on What?